This is take two. Welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode. My name is Nina Blake. I'm the Grain-Free Lifestyle Coach, and today our topic is how can you have the most delicious, grain-free, allergy-friendly summer ever? I want to thank my amazing VA, Arlene, who is problem solving through technical difficulties with me, and those couple people who were live with me on the last one. I really apologize. We are going to get this straightened out. Thank you for sticking with us. Okay, we got to get started with the song. You ready? I know you know this song, so sing it with me, okay? If you don't know it now, you will know it and you'll be able to sing it at the end. Ready? I am grain-free and I can do anything. I am grain-free and I can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. Feel free to dance along with me because that's what this is about. Arlene, thank you for the sound check. I really appreciate us problem solving through this. I don't know what I would do without you. Okay, so how can you have the most delicious, grain-free, allergy-friendly summer of your life? Okay, step one, you want to know where you're going and what is being served. Step two, what grain-free convenience foods can you enjoy? And by convenience, I mean not only what you might bring with you, but what is going to be there that will suit your dietary needs. And last, ask yourself what's missing so that you can add it back in advance of that gathering and get together. And if you're like, that is easier said than done, just thinking about it, starting a migraine. Okay, take a deep breath with me. I never ask you to do something that I have not done myself. As someone who has been avoiding grains and top allergens since 2012, I know firsthand how hard this can be. And I'm not suggesting that you spend your life missing out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a chocolate mousse. This is my chocolate mousse. This is the last one, so I have to make more tonight. But this is chocolate mousse, and this is homemade, grain-free, dairy-free, whipped cream. No grains, no gluten, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no legume, no lectin, no nightshade. And what's in it? The secret ingredient, you know what it is. Say it with me. It's unicorn farts. I wish I could tell you just needed some unicorn farts, but the truth is it's about learning the techniques that we need to know to add our foods back to our grain-free lifestyle. And so if you would like to learn more about that, Arlene is going to put the link below. You can use that calendar link, get your name on my schedule, and we'll talk more about how we can make this the most delicious, grain-free, allergy-friendly summer of your dreams. For now, we are going to stick with this. Marcy, I am so glad you're back with me. Thank you so much for being here live. Step one, know where you're going and what's being served. I'm going to assume that you are going out, and you're either going to a friend's house or to a restaurant. It's much easier to get the menu for a restaurant, but it's often harder to make changes to a restaurant menu. So depending on what it is, you want to know where you're going, know what's being served. That's easier said than done. Recently, I went to an event and I contacted the venue days in advance and they couldn't tell me what was being served. The night before, they couldn't tell me what was being served. Now, do I think that's a safe protocol? No, but it's not my venue. I brought my own food there, and bringing your own food is always an option. And as I was sitting there and people were eating, they were like, Nina, you can't eat anything. And I had a little mini trifle in a bowl like this, and I was like, don't worry, I'm having trifle for breakfast. And they're like, oh my God, you can have trifle and be grain-free? Heck yes, I can. Absolutely. All right, now let's have a little snack, because I don't want you to think that it's a dream. It is reality, and I taste that reality every day, and I want you to as well. So got my little bit whipped cream, got my little bit of mousse. Once you know what is being served, you're going to know what is safe for you. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask your host. Oh, there's grilled chicken? That is fabulous. I can have grilled chicken. Is it marinated in anything? The host might tell you they do or they don't know. I've gone to a cookout before when they said, yes, the chicken will be safe. And I asked again, are you sure it wasn't marinated in something? And they said, we decided to put some wishbone dressing on it. I said, thank you so much for telling me. Wishbone dressing is loaded with hidden grains like corn syrup and modified food starch. I can't have it. Here's my backup meal. That is not one of our steps, but I always advise bring a backup meal. Lots of ice packs. You can take it home. Keep it cold. If you don't eat it, nothing's wrong. But if you don't bring a backup meal, you're going to be sitting there watching everybody else eat, tasting sadness. And that's the best case scenario, because if you're not tasting sadness, that will mean that you have dug into something that is unsafe, and that means consequences for your body and havoc and chaos, and those usually last a long time, and I don't want that for you, and I know you don't want that either. So, step 2, what grain-free convenience foods can you enjoy? You're like, Nina, there are no grain-free convenience foods. Take a breath. And let's think about foods that you might not consider to be cookout foods. You might not consider to eat them in a restaurant, but they would be safe for you. If nuts are safe, your unseasoned nuts salted with sea salt, great option. If you can do cold cuts, as long as you have scanned them for hidden grains, hot tip, rice flour is being added to a lot of organic cold cuts, and so is milk. Scan for those. For me, my convenience foods are veggies that I don't have to cut. I buy them and they are already cut. Great, I can bring those with me. Wouldn't they have those? Sometimes if I go to a cookout and there's a beautiful charcuterie board set up, you know what happens? They put cheese on it, there's dressing, and those veggies are contaminated. So I will bring my own. What's the worst that happens? I don't eat them. I eat them later. Other convenience foods for me are turkey pepperoni, jerkies, right? Usually when I'm going to a cookout, the host will say, I can put some chicken aside for you. I can put a turkey burger aside for you. And then we can start talking about what is safe for me. Oftentimes they'll say, well, I was going to make a Caesar salad. Oh, dairy, grains in the dressing. How about if you put some just plain lettuce aside for me and I'll bring my own dressing? And it's so easy to do. Here's my homemade dressing. I put it in a little container. It goes in my cooler and my host is happy because they're providing something and I'm not missing out. Hosts can sometimes get really offended if you don't eat their food, and I've never been in that situation where I've had a guest who has never eaten my food, because I've always tried to provide something, but not every host knows how to do that. Not every host is willing to do that. We will not judge them because we're grateful for their hospitality. We'll just wish them better service than they provide to others. Moving on. All right, so if you are just coming on live with me, please say hello in the chat. I'm coming to you live from my kitchen in Oakdale, Connecticut, and I am eating some chocolate mousse and dairy-free whipped cream, both of which are mine. The mousse recipe is on my website in the VIP recipe box, and the whipped cream recipe is coming next to the VIP recipe box. It's going to blow your mind because it's fluffy like a whipped cream. It's not flat, and it doesn't melt. It doesn't melt at all. Hey, Shannon Richardson, so great to have you here with me. Thanks for joining me. We're talking about strategies for having your most grain-free, allergy-friendly, delicious summer. Now, the third one, and this is where you take a hard look at what your host is serving that you can have. The convenience foods that you are able to grab without missing a beat. And then you ask yourself that important question. Ready? Lean in close. You're going to ask yourself, what is missing? What can I not have that the meal will not be complete without? Maybe that's a bun for your burger. My dog is barking. She says yes. Maybe that's a delicious creamy dessert because you know there's going to be a red, white, and blueberry truffle and you really want that truffle, and oh my gosh. And if you're one of my grain-free VIPs right now and you're watching this, you've got to check out my strawberry shortcake trifle because that thing will knock your socks off. It tastes just like strawberry shortcake, except it has no gluten, no grain, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no lectin, no legumes, and no nightshade. And it looks like the real thing. It tastes like the real thing. Like this. I want you to have the most delicious, grain-free, allergy-friendly summer of your life. So, After you take a look at what is missing and you figured out, you can have the veggies they're providing, but there's no dip. You can have the burger they're providing, but there's no bun. Your favorite side dish is not available to you because they have a standard version and not your grain-free, allergy-friendly version. This is where you take that deep breath and you tell yourself, I am grain-free and I can do anything. I am grain-free and I can do anything, because you can. You're like, Nina, I can't. Just believe in yourself. Just while you're watching this video, believe in yourself with me, because I believe in you and I'm here to help you do it. So right now, if there's a food that you want for your cookout season, that you want it and you're not sure how to make it happen, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I'm gonna reach out to you and together we're gonna make that magic happen in your kitchen. If I can make mousse and whipped cream without grains, dairy, top allergens, lectins, and legumes, we can make that reality come true. I know, because I do it for myself, I do it for my clients. So don't give up hope. Remember, just for this conversation, just while you're watching, you are grain-free and you can do anything. So now, let's look at the readily available foods. Safe swaps. You're like, what? Those convenience foods. Maybe they're not super convenient. Maybe you have to special order something. Is it worth special ordering? Maybe not. Is it worth you grabbing a recipe and trying it for the first time? Hot tip, don't be a holiday hero. Don't go making that recipe the morning of the get together. Don't go making it then. Make it in advance to know if it'll turn out for you. There is nothing worse than showing up to a cookout sad because your recipe didn't work and knowing that you're going to be hungry all day. Don't do that. Try it in advance. Pre-game, okay? Pre-game. Your grain-free, allergy-friendly event is as sacrosanct as the football game. I said it, you deserve it, okay? You're going to prep for this like your husband and your male friends prep for football. I think you're worth it. I know. I believe you're worth it, and I'm here to help you make it happen. Now, so you're going to prep. You're going to get those recipes. You're going to try them in advance. And if they work, now here's the hard decision. Are you going to bring just enough for you? Or are you going to bring some to share with friends? Neither one is wrong, okay? Now, if you are going to bring just enough for you, you want to connect with your host and you want to get some space in their fridge or let them know that you'll be bringing it so that they don't worry about you, okay? And if you're bringing enough to share, let your host know. Chances are there's somebody else at that get-together who is grain-free or gluten-free, and they will lose their mind when they find out that there are safe foods they can have. Label it. Put your name on it. Put it in a dish that you don't need to worry about getting back. So that's just one less worry. Anytime we can decrease the worries, we want to do that. And if you're like, Nina, I don't have recipes for my favorite summer foods. I don't have a mac and cheese recipe. I don't have a trifle recipe. I don't even have a flippin' brownie recipe, Nina. Drop recipes below or use my calendar link, and together we will hop on a call and talk about how to transform your grain-free dreams into reality. Like I said, I do it for myself because there was nothing else for me to do. Either that or just like watch people eat, protein and veggies for the rest of my life. No, thank you. I'm not doing that. I'm not living off protein and veggies. I want trifle. I want mousse. I want whipped cream. And I want you to have that too. Now, let's say there is a family recipe that is yours. No other family has it. Secret recipe. And you're like, well, I'm never eating that again. Remember, we said you are grain-free and you can do anything. Let me sing it for you again. You are grain-free and you can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. How are we going to get that back on your menu? Well, this is what I teach my VIPs. I teach them how to look at a standard recipe, take out the ingredients that cause chaos in their body. For me, that means no grains, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame. For my husband, I gotta take out the lectins and legumes, and I gotta take out the nightshade because I can't have potato either. And guess what? Using safe ingredients and techniques, we can add those foods back to our menu. And if you're like, how? All right, one technique that I'm going to share with you is replacing eggs. Now, eggs are in almost any baked good. If you've tried the applesauce technique, you know that you can replace eggs with applesauce in a brownie and you get a very dense, very moist brownie. How nice. Try that in a cake. Your cake is not fluffy. Try that in an omelet. No. You're not turning applesauce into an omelet, right? Because there's chemistry among the ingredients. And so with my VIPs, I teach them to look at the ingredients, to use techniques and comparable safe ingredients so that we can chemically and physically restructure that like when we replace eggs. Because eggs, they're not just eggs, it's food magic, right? Eggs add protein, moisture, lift, and emulsification to a recipe. And so how are you gonna do that? Well, you're not gonna do it with one ingredient. You're gonna do it with multiple ingredients and a technique. But the great thing is, these aren't ingredients that you have to order from the top of the mountain from the Sherpas who only gather them once a year. No. These are standard ingredients that they sell in your grocery store. And so it's using the technique, what you're doing and when you're doing it, that transforms your cakes, your breads, your cookies, your pies, your egg dishes, your full French toast and your omelets back into egg dishes. But people won't know they're egg free because we've not just replaced the ingredient, we've used technique, physics, and chemistry to get you normal foods again. So let's do a quick little recap. And first, you want to know what's being served and where you're going. Okay? Look at the menu, see what is safe for you. Ask about it. Will your host have safe alternatives? If there's salad, will the dressing be on the side? Can the host put some dressing on the side for you? It is not wrong to ask. It is not wrong to ask. If you were bringing a small child with you and there was a pool, would you ask if there was a shallow end? Of course you would. Would you ask if not? Was there going to be a little kiddie pool? You might bring a kiddie pool with you. And these are the same accommodations we are making for ourselves, just related to food. Now, what grain-free convenience foods can you enjoy that you can bring with you, right? Stuff that requires no work. You just got to take them along. And then, what's missing? And this is the hard question because it's tempted. We are tempted to go to that place of missing out. I can't have anything. But no, before you do that, you're going to sing with me, okay? I am grain-free and I can do anything. I am grain-free and I can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything because you can. And if you're like, but I've tried a million times, cool. You've got the desire. You've put in the effort. You just haven't learned to do it yet. And I'm going to teach you. And how do I know I can teach you? Because, see this? This started off as coconut milk. Yep, coconut milk. The stuff in the can. You're like, Nina, that can't be coconut milk. It starts off as coconut milk, and then using techniques and ingredients, we transform it into mousse. Oh, I lost it. And this lovely little whipped cream, it started off as the same coconut milk. Different ingredients, different techniques. We get a whole different dessert. Oh. And I want you to have it. I want you to have it for your most delicious, grain-free, allergy-friendly summer ever. So, you're going to find the foods that are readily available. Foods that will be there or that you can get. Remember to be on the lookout for your cold cuts, for your rice starch, and your dairy. I used to think those were convenience foods for me, and they were, until I broke out, until my stomach started twisting in knots from the rice starch in the cold cuts. Not fun. Get recipes that have no grains, no allergens, that you can enjoy safely. And that's why I have my VIP recipe box. If you're not a VIP, use my calendar link. Get your name there so that you can start enjoying these recipes. It's taken me 14 years to do this. And I don't think you should spend 14 years figuring this out. I started because nobody could help me, and I was determined that I was never going to miss out on pizza and cake on my birthday again. And I don't want that for you either. Everybody deserves pizza and cake on their birthday. Everybody deserves good food, not to watch people eat for the rest of their lives. And so the big thing is our treasured family recipes. I cried when I was finally able to enjoy my family's Christmas feast of the 7 fishes. For sure, cried, because it tasted real. It tasted like normal, and there were no grains. And yes, fish is a safe food for me, so we've had fish, but no other top allergens. And we all ate together safely. And so that is what I want for you, to learn to use ingredients and techniques so that you can flip the script and add your treasured family recipes back to your table again. I believe you can do this because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. All right, now you know the song by now, so you're gonna sing with me, and dancing is encouraged. You ready? I am grain-free and I can do anything. I am grain-free and I can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. You are grain-free and you can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. We are grain-free and we can do anything. I believe in you because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. Now use my calendar link and I'll see you on our call. Take care.